Hi, I'm Mrs. Patterson. I'm one of the conductors for the Charles County All-County Orchestra. In fact, I'll be conducting this piece, Dance of Fire, and in a minute I'll play through the whole song. This is the cello part. I'll play through the whole song so that you can practice it along with me. But before we do that, there are some things that I need to show you first. Hopefully by now you've gotten the edited version that has all of the measure numbers written in so that I can just say start at measure 58 and you'll know where I'm talking about. Also it has some bow lifts and some bowing reminders or fingering reminders that might help you out a little bit more. So try to get that edited version if you don't have it already. Alright, so I'm looking at measure 58, which is 3 measures before measure 61 if you don't have the measure numbers written in. Measure 58, this is the last measure of the first line of the second page. Right there, there's a slur. I want you to, if that hasn't already been crossed out, hopefully it's already been written in your part, we're going to take that slur out. It's going to be up, down, up with the bow, so that gets you ready to do down bow on the next measure, measure 59, with the little slash marks in it. That is called a tremolo, and you do that by just sort of shaking the bow. You can't really see my bow when it's on the cello, but you're just kind of shaking like this when you're kind of close to the upper half of the bow, so it's going to look like this on the string. So it sounds like this. Okay, we'll talk about that more in rehearsal, but that's what that means to do. And you just hold that out for that whole entire line of music. We'll count that in rehearsal. Also, if you haven't seen it before, in the next line, in the third line, that 4 over the solid line, that's a multiple measure rest. And we're going to count that by saying 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, play. Okay, so at measure 69 you know exactly when to start playing. Also, measure 103. This one is a little tricky because this is a note that we haven't learned yet in 5th grade. This is an F sharp. This is 4th finger extended on the C string. Some of you might be able to find it. A regular old C would sound like okay, there's a regular old F, 4th finger, but we want the 4th finger to go up a little bit higher. Okay, there it is, F sharp. Okay, so if you can find that, maybe put a little pencil mark or another little tape mark. If you can find that on the C string, that would be a really great note to be able to play. And then in the next measure, 104, it's just open G. If you can't find those notes, on the edited part, I've penciled in the F sharp that would be on the D string, just your regular old 3rd finger on the D string. And then in measure 104, you could play the 4th finger G. And then hop down to the 1st finger in measure 105. Okay, so again, we'll go through that in rehearsal, but if you can start looking at, you might be able to do the extended 4th finger on the C string for that F sharp in that spot. Also, at the end of the song, measure 109 and 110 has a new note that you haven't played before, but I bet you can find it because it's just your 3rd finger on the tape on the C string. So let's find that note. It's an E. Sounds like this. Okay, so those 3 notes are, and that is the end of the song. The cellos get the end of the song all by themselves, and it's going to be really, really cool if we can find that E together. Okay, very, very cool low note. Alright, so let's start from the beginning. I'll play through it and I will stop when it's time to jump back to the sign and then the coda. I'll explain all that as we go so you don't get lost. Alright, so let's start from the beginning. Find your 1st finger on the A string, that's your note B. By the way, when we get to measure 5, you have to reach across with 3 fingers to the G string to the low B. I know that's kind of a new note for some people, so be prepared to go from a 1 to a 3. By the way, feel free to write in fingerings. I mean, I don't want fingerings over every single note, but just write in reminders, whatever it takes to make the piece easier for you to play, just to be able to play through without any hesitation. All right, so let's start from the beginning. 1, ready, play. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Rest. Bow. Up bow. Slur. Up down. Up bow. bow, 37. Lift, bow, 45. First finger, 52. Third finger, 1, open. Now up, down, up. Now tremolo. 1, 2, 3, 61, 2, 3, 62, 63, 64. Now we can rest. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, play. Lift, bow, fourth finger. Lift, bow. Now right here it says DS all, and then it has a circle with a cross across it. DS stands for del segno, which means go back to the sign, which is at measure 9. We play from measure 9 until we see the other circle with a cross in it at the end of measure 20. From there we'll jump to the coda. So right now we're starting at measure 9. Okay, that's first finger on the D string. 1, ready, play. 2, up, bow. Rest, rest, up, down, slur, up, bow. Now we jump to the coda, which is measure 91, the last 4 measures on the next page. 1, ready, play. Up, bow. 95. Rest. Rest. Now here's where you do your 4th finger extension on the C string if you can. Measure 103. Ready, play. Open G. First finger. 3rd finger. Lift, bow. 3rd finger on the C string. That's going to be a lot of fun. So let me go back to measure 101, and I'll play the upper part if you're not going to be doing the 4th finger extension. So here is measure 101, and it's 3rd finger on the G string. It's a B. 1, ready, play. 3rd finger. 4th finger. 1 on the G string. Lift, bow. 3 on the C string. Okay, have fun practicing that. I hope that you get it really well learned so that when we come together as an orchestra, we can just put it all together and it'll be a lot of fun. We'll see you soon.